Imagine stumbling upon a clever tribute to one of cinema's most unforgettable villains, right in the middle of a gritty spy series. That's the thrill fans are buzzing about after spotting a nod to Heath Ledger's Joker in the 5th season of Slow Horses. This unexpected connection between Apple TV's espionage drama and Christopher Nolan's blockbuster, The Dark Knight, from 2008, has ignited conversations about how pop culture icons keep surprising us years later. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this Homage a brilliant storytelling choice, or just clever fan service that risks overshadowing the show's original twists? Stick around as we dive deeper into this fascinating crossover. Exploring why The Dark Knight still reigns supreme and how it subtly weaves into Slow Horses in ways that might make you rethink both series. Remember that iconic line from Heath Ledger's Joker, "How about a magic trick?" It's one of countless quotable moments from The Dark Knight, a film that redefined superhero movies with its gritty realism and psychological depth. In a particularly shocking scene, the Joker takes a pencil, slams a thug's head onto it, and declares, "Ta-da!" effectively making the pencil disappear in a brutal, unforgettable way. Now, more than 15 years later, Gary Oldman, who starred alongside Ledger as Commissioner Gordon, appears to be channeling that same wicked energy in Slow Horses, an Apple TV Plus series packed with cynical spies and high-stakes intrigue. And this is the part most people miss. The homage isn't just a fun Easter egg. It highlights how enduring these cinematic moments can be, even in entirely different genres. To give you a quick refresher for beginners, The Dark Knight is essentially Christopher Nolan's take on a heist movie, but with capes and masks. Think something like Heat, but elevated with superhero stakes. It burst onto screens in 2008, right alongside the first Marvel Cinematic Universe film, Iron Man, which kicked off a massive franchise explosion that transformed Hollywood. Fast forward nearly 2 decades, and the MCU has churned out 37 movies. Yet it hasn't matched The Dark Knight's blend of dark themes, complex characters, and edge-of-your-seat action. For example, while the MCU often leans into light-hearted team-ups and visual spectacles, Nolan's film delved into moral dilemmas, like vigilantism versus law, using Batman's world as a mirror for real-world issues. This enduring appeal might even explain why the MCU has faced some recent struggles with audience fatigue. But that's a debate for another time. The point is, The Dark Knight isn't just a movie. It's a benchmark that keeps influencing storytelling today. It looks like the Slow Horses team is still captivated by this legacy. In the Season 5 episode titled Incommunicado, actress Amy Fionn Edwards plays Shirley Dander, who narrowly escapes a deadly confrontation with an assassin and rendezvous with Oldman's character Jackson Lamb at a restaurant. They're joined by Christopher Chung's Roddy Ho, who gets frustrated about taking notes while Dander chats freely. Ho's complaint draws a sharp, humorous retort from the perpetually sarcastic Lamb, because she sticks to the salient points, whereas when you talk, I want to stick a pencil in my eye and headbutt the table. For those new to the series, this line encapsulates Lamb's no-nonsense, world-weary personality. He's the disheveled boss of Slough House, a dumping ground for MI5's misfits, and his wit often cuts through the tension like a well-aimed dagger. Whether intentional or accidental, this callback to the Joker's pencil trick feels spot on. And here's the controversy sparking online. Does referencing such a violent moment add layers to Slow Horses? Or is it a gimmick that cheapens the show's original humor? In The Dark Knight, the scene unfolds in a tense mob meeting where the Joker interrupts Gotham's crime lords, jamming a pencil into a table and then into a henchman's head as a twisted demonstration. Oldman, as Wham, mirrors that absurdity with his own brand of dark comedy, suggesting Lamb might have appreciated the Joker's flair for chaos. As of now, The writers haven't confirmed if this was deliberate, but either way, it's a delightful link for fans to uncover, bridging Oldman's heroic Gordon role with his more flawed, anti-heroic spy. Speaking of Oldman's characters, the contrast is striking. In Nolan's trilogy, Gordon is the upright cop fighting corruption, culminating in The Dark Knight Rises, which, while ambitious, didn't quite capture the magic of the second film. The Dark Knight delivered iconic sequences, from the Joker's psychological games to that pencil murder, that still echo in pop culture, reminding us why it's hailed as a comic book masterpiece. Meanwhile, in Slow Horses, Lamb is the polar opposite. Unkempt, cynical, and unapologetically blunt, leading a team of outcasts in a world of espionage gone wrong. If you're hooked on this crossover, be sure to check out our exclusive chat with Slow Horses showrunner Will Smith about Season 5. It's full of insights into the show's twists and turns. What do you think, readers? Is this homage a genius way to connect two eras of storytelling? Or does it risk diluting the uniqueness of Slow Horses? Do you believe pop culture references like this enrich shows? Or are they just nods to nostalgia that might not hold up for newcomers? And here's a controversial angle. Could this be a subtle critique of how violence in media, like the Joker's axe, has become so normalized that we see it echoed in spy thrillers without thinking twice? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear if you spotted this link yourself, or if it changed how you view the episode.